Now, today, when you look at Hyderabad as a composite unit, do you think we are on the right path in the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad?
Government has to focus more on infrastructure, but always looks at the negative like corruption and all of those things. But foundation, ARK Foundation, we started around 17-18 years ago.
Yeah, that became a big scam actually. In your case, you moved into agriculture, which is one rare thing because usually real estate people, they get into resorts or something like that.
Land, abundance of land is available.
You even produce ghee, you have a gaushala.
I mean, the ghee what we produce completely organic.
Saw that with TTD case. Anyway, we'll leave that at that. Can you just take us through that? What does the foundation do?
To study in Sri Chaitanya, Narayana, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, that we don't support.
Welcome to Conversations on HYBIZTV. I'm Suresh Kochatil. Real estate, infrastructure, agriculture, and a foundation, all rolled into one for a gentleman called G. Ram Reddy. The chairman and managing director of ARK Group has grown beyond what is last 36 years of professional career. But to understand more about him, his family, his business, and of course, what he's doing and where he wants to go, let's speak to him today on Conversations. Welcome, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Ram Reddy, we'll start with the basics. We will start from the start. Where were you born? What was your early days like, your parents, your siblings? Where did you study? Can you take us through that, sir?
Yeah, I born in a village called Chityal. It's in Nalgonda district. So, my parents, Gummi Reddy and Gummi Damayanti. So they lived for very long. My dad passed away at the age of 90. My mother last year she passed away at the age of 98. I am blessed to have such a great parents in my life.
Wonderful. So when you were born in Chitia, of course, now it's pretty close to Hyderabad. Those days it would have been very, very far to come. Where was your early education, sir?
My education up to 9th class, I was in Chityal. In 10th class, I studied in Suryapet. So then intermediate I did in Ramanapet, which is 7 kilometers from Chityal. So I used to go on a bicycle every day for 7 kilometers for that intermediate. That was my education.
And what about your siblings, your brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have a very big family, very big family. I have 5 sisters, 1 brother. Okay. So, I'm the youngest of the all. Okay. So, I can just guess I'm at 61 plus, so you can think about the age of others. So it's a big family. When you have some small event also, that itself
like a big family.
Family.
So once you did your early education, where was your graduation from, and what did you do after that?
Graduation is in Bangalore University. Islam Institute of Technology. I'm a civil engineer. Okay. Later we call it IIT Bangalore. So for fun. But I did my engineering in Bangalore. So the Islam Institute of Technology. And I finished in 1985. So
after 85?
Yeah.
Then what did you do?
So I joined a company called BNR Developers Private Limited. That was BC Reddy was the chairman for that. I think you must have heard about B.N. Reddy.
Correct.
So he's son of B.N. Reddy, the BNR Developers Private Limited. It's one residential independent houses at Vanasthalipuram. Okay. So small independent houses. I worked there for 9 months. Then I moved to Amruta Estates. Those days Amruta Estates was one of the leading developers in South India.
Correct.
So I worked there for 2.5 years. Total 3.5 years I worked as an engineer. So then my journey started.
So when did you decide, or why did you decide to start something on your own?
Yeah, actually, I don't know why it has come to my mind. I never wanted to do a government job. So in fact, I share an experience. I went to interview of R&B. So I went to the interview board at Eramanjil. But somehow I didn't like, I came back, I didn't attend the interview. So something was always going in my mind. I never want to be a government employee, but some negative thoughts about them. So, always looks at the negative like corruption and all of those things. But it triggered my mind. I never want to do that. And that's how I joined the private, and in 1989, an opportunity came to start my own company. That's how ARK.
What was that opportunity?
So when I was working for Amrita Estates, there was a contractor. I think, I can say it's a labor contractor. So he was mentioning about one project is coming up in BDL Bhanur. That's some HS Hindustan Steel Works Construction Limited is a limited company. They were looking for the contractors. So that made me this thing. I started with the 1,50,000 contract in the first. Then there we started up to within 2 years of time, we have done 1 crore 10 lakhs contract in between 1989 and 91. And
In those days, that's a huge money.
yeah, my first turnover in the first year, 89, 90 was 11 lakh rupees. Then I've been.
So the earliest one was not really residential. You started with more of corporate,
Contracts.
industrial, you can call
Yes,
it, infrastructure
contracts,
project. You still do it.
Yes.
You have a very enviable client list like Tata's, Honeywell, Tata Advanced Systems,
Tata
and all that.
Boeing, Tata Lockheed Martin, Tata Sikorsky.
So when you're dealing with a company, let's take an example of Tata Lockheed Martin, because there's an international type, and Boeing has an
Yes.
international link. So their standards of construction must be far
Absolutely.
demanding than a normal construction would do, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. To my credit, I am very happy and proud to say that my journey started with BDL Bhanu. There again, precision, but of course, it is residential, and the main building of Chief Executive Bangla is constructed by us in 1990. So like that, ARC project again, defense project. There, most difficult structures in the civil engineering, like a folded plate roof, copper slab, baffle slab, slab at 27 meters height. All those things, structures, very challenging structures we have done. So our core competence ARC is taking up the challenges in difficult structures. That's how Boeing, Lockheed Martin. So how international clients will be there. The quality, safety, timelines, three are very important. Fortunately, one work we started, and all the works we did for. Most of the works, I don't say all the work. Most of the works we did for Tata's. So that's how. The journey again. We did for Mahindra, then Schneider, all multinational companies.
Again, German company.
German company. Currently, we are doing for a French. French company. It's a Belgium-based. Their head office is in Belgium, Brussels. So I don't know how they got to know about our company. They approached us. They did a screening for almost 6 months about our company, and then they gave an opportunity for us. It's a first of its kind experience for me. The negotiation for final negotiation started in the morning at 9 o'clock, and we signed the contract at midnight 1:30.
Wow, that's pretty long.
So, but in this, nothing was price negotiation. So, they believed us, they trusted us. I asked them, how did you came to know about company? They said it's a secret. We don't want to disclose that. So they, from Brussels, they approached us and gave the work to us. They trusted us.
That means they did the homework pretty
A
good.
lot of homework has been
Yeah.
done.
So the main thing I want to bring in here is that when you say real estate, usually it's associated with just building houses, be it independent houses or sometimes plots or sometimes apartments. Nothing beyond that. Now, of course, it's expanded with clubhouses and various other structures. The buildings going up to 60 floors in Hyderabad today. But the point is, industrial construction is a niche industry. Okay, it requires, as you said, a lot of skills in terms of the engineering skills really come to play there because you have high roofs, no pillars, all this kind of stuff come into play. There's a load-bearing stuff that is taken into account. Now, when you look at building a team who does that, because you can't be sitting on every project.
Absolutely.
You have to build a team who will take care of all these things. Do you think because a lot of talent today is going purely for the IT hype. To get a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer to do engineering is difficult. And then, of course, finding the right kind of engineers in those two fields are pretty difficult. IT, you throw a stone in Amirpet, it will go and fall on a software engineer's head. We call it United States of Amirpet. But the point is, civil engineering today as a profession, do you think it is still has that old charm? Because my dad was a civil engineer. He was a railway bridge engineer. I'm very proud of it. So, but the point is, in his time, till the people were still enamored by civil engineering. But do you think over a period of time, that part has lost some sheen, or has it picked up?
Yeah, when I joined engineering, civil engineering, I mean, the moment those days when you talk about engineer, people combine only civil engineer. So, I mean, when in my college, those days when they started computer science, there was no takers. Things have been, lot of changes have been. As you said, I am proud to be a civil engineer always. Always I talk about that. Whenever I go to many engineering colleges to give some lectures to especially to civil engineering students. I always talk about I am proud to be a civil engineer because whichever the city you go, wherever you go, first thing comes to your mind or eyes is tall structures, beautiful structures, or highways, or infrastructure. So everywhere it's civil engineer only. Without civil engineer, all these things doesn't happen. So as a civil engineer, I have no regrets, and I'm very very proud. Actually, I'm telling you. So these days things have changed a lot, but still, as you said, in my company we have excellent team. I am fortunate to say that very very, I mean, great team I have. It's not that experienced. I have 20 years, 30 years and all. Young talent I pick up and I continuously coach them
Okay.
about the engineering. So because I have almost 40 years plus experience I have. So I really, I mean, uh, always I never changed my as a businessman. Generally, many civil engineers are doing the real estate, but where is civil engineering used by them? So when building is constructed, they hire PMC. So PMC is taking care of construction. I mean, but in my company, I don't engage PMC. Everything is in house.
Start to end.
Everything is in house. So that way, I focus more on our engineers, and always I pick up young talent and train them, make them into seniors. So a project manager today who is, I mean, doing a project in my company, one of the projects, is just 6 years
Experience.
experience. He started his journey with our company. Today he became a project manager. And I just give an example. One, what do you call, a steward, a safety steward. I found a big, good talent in him. I trained him. I made him a project manager.
Because it's very rare these days, because to get people is a difficult thing,
Yeah.
and to retain them and train them and
Yeah,
retain them
retention is
more
very, I mean, very good in my company. Attrition is very, very low unless they get some great opportunity like a government job or shifting the places. So many of them try to stay with us. So, I mean, I think you must have seen our company is got the great place to work. Also, we got the award. So they interviewed and make it this thing. So always happy.
So now we talked about industrial, we talked about the manpower issue. There's also a part that Hyderabad over the last, and you of course have a projects in Bangalore also, but Hyderabad over the last say 20, 30 years has changed beyond recognition. Okay, the residential part always used to be Secunderabad, and high-tech city never existed. But today when you look at Hyderabad as a composite unit, today because it's a plateau, it's expanding in all ways. Do you think a moment has come where cities grow beyond a point? Infrastructure also need to keep pace with it. Of course, we are building flyovers, we're expanding roads and all that. Do you think we are on the right path in the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad?
I can definitely say we are on the path, but you have to take more pace to that. So when you compare about the infrastructure of Hyderabad, because being across the country I'm traveling, Hyderabad is definitely better than many cities. But the way in which the city is growing, of course, infrastructure, the foundation has been laid very strongly for infrastructure also, but that's not enough. Because the skyscrapers, what the being built, I mean, after 5 years, it's going to be very, 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 I mean, congested, I can say, or very, very challenging to same roads will not sufficient. Today, we are looking at the 100 feet road and we are giving the skyscrapers of 50 floors, 60 floors, whatever, many. I mean, it has become a 30, 40 floors has become a new normal today. Whereas those days when we started, 5 floors was a
Big thing.
Big thing. So when this building was built in 2008, where was the tallest building means only the ways to see that Gagan Vihar and then Bashir Bagh, that Babu Khan Estate, only two structures were there. So otherwise, I mean, today, these have become a small building. So things are getting changed. But yes, government has to focus more on infrastructure. But I think this government also told, I mean, they gave in budget allotment of 10,000 crores for the infrastructure of Hyderabad city. If that comes to reality, definitely it's going to be.
Because why I asked you this question was because you are one of the founder presidents of CREDAI, at that time Andhra Pradesh, now of course Telangana. Because as an industry body, there are a lot of issues at hand. One, we've seen the problems in Bengaluru, be it water, be it drainage, be it floods during the rains, a lot of other issues. Traffic, for example, as you spoke about. So when a person decides to move to a city like Hyderabad, Hyderabad had one major USP was affordability.
Yes.
You could get a flat for 30, 40 lakhs at that time. I'm talking of some 5, 6, 7, 8 years or maybe even 10 years ago.
Yes.
Today it's gone beyond that.
Yes.
Today it has reached a state of beyond 1 crore plus there's nothing available in the city or even in the outskirts. Do you think over a period of time, two things happened? One is we lost the affordability tag, but we have moved up the value chain. Okay, today it's no longer just an apartment. We're giving a lot of other things along with the apartment.
Yes.
So as the founder president of CREDAI, do you think the industry is also kind of putting its own standard? Because you have RERA and all this kind of things right now, which was not there before. So do you think the industry also has to self-regulate itself to ensure that it will provide what it claims to be providing?
Definitely, industry, everything has to be self-regulated is more important than the regulation done by others. So the moment you self-regulate, things will become very easy for both buyer as well as the seller. So if you, I mean, RERA is there, whatever, I mean, these are all the bodies where they control certain damages. But unless the developer is not self-regulated, things are going to go wrong. Well, it may be RERA is there, but if the project for some reason it fails, so developer will completely go bankrupt. Then what RERA will do? I mean, there is a police case will be there. He will be sent to jail or whatever this thing. But ultimately, everyone is the loser. Because customer is a loser, buyer is a loser, then developer is also a loser. So self-regulation should be there, and buyer and seller both should not be greedy. So in Hyderabad, you must have seen a couple of years back, lot of pre-sales happened.
Yeah, that became a big scam actually.
Big scam. You have already seen some of the people are already in jail. So who is getting benefit out of this? I mean, developer with his greed, he went to jail. Customer with his greed.
Speculation that was.
I mean, how can a customer believe a person who has not done anything so far just by that is a 6,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees, I'm going to start the project and today I'm giving it 2,000 or 3,000 rupees, you're just blindly going and putting the money into him. Nothing is there.
So has CREDAI done something to offset this? Because we recently saw many cases.
CREDAI Hyderabad has done a lot of things about this. They give a lot of advertisements in the newspaper. They release social media also. Many videos have been this thing. That's how, and even RERA has become more active. That's how damage is being controlled. But already certain things, some damage has been happened. When you compare, now you talked about the pricing. So yes, Hyderabad was most affordable when you compare with other cities. Today it is not. For obvious reasons. Because the growth is phenomenal. Skyscrapers are coming up. Construction costs has gone up like anything. Land prices have gone up like anything. So this is where, I mean, affordability of a common man has become little challenging now. I always talk about that. We should be having as an affordable segment. Government also has to focus little more on that. Like there are specific areas have been focused development. That should not be there. So development has to happen across. Hyderabad has a great opportunity, unlike any other cities, 158 kilometers of ring road.
Correct.
On either side of 1 kilometer on either side of the ring road, we have a growth corridor. If you develop that growth corridor, develop means only just lay the roads. Every 500 meters there is a road, grid roads and all. If you develop that, abundance of land is available. So from high-tech city, reaching to any place 30, 40, 50 kilometers, you can reach in 30 minutes, 40 minutes because of 120 kilometers speed and all.
Correct.
Whereas within 5 kilometers also it is taking an hour for us to reach because of
The evening near IKEA or the
Exactly.
Actually,
At one place, I mean, 1 kilometer also sometimes take 30 minutes because of the high density traffic. So, I mean, government has to focus to develop a satellite township. Of course, now triple R also
that's another thing.
is also going to come up. So, if we use those areas better, I think definitely. I think all Western countries or US, they never talk about the distance. Always talk about the time.
Time taken.
So how much time? So my office, it takes 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So that should be there here also. The infrastructure has to be built. The moment more infrastructure is built, abundance of land is available, and people prefer to go to the distant places and commute. Because here, 1 crore apartment, there you are going to get 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs. It's worth spending.
That kind of
I mean, time also is saved here. It's not that, only government has to focus on the infrastructure of the other places. Then it's going to be.
I think the city has to expand everywhere because
Exactly.
Hyderabad's advantage, unlike Mumbai, which is an island with mountain on one side and sea on the other.
We have abundance of expansion.
So the study, when we moved from industrial to residential, we looked at how the issues are there. There is also, in your case, you moved into agriculture, which is one rare thing because usually real estate people, they get into resorts or something like that. You got into agriculture. You even produce ghee. You have a gaushala. I was reading about all this. What prompted you to get into agriculture?
So, being a agriculture family, so I always had a passion for agriculture. My dream was to have 100 acres of land but I had little more than that. So when I go there, the pleasure is different.
Peace of mind.
That we can't express. Certain things can't be explained. What you're getting means, I'm getting very rare people what they get. No money. I'm not getting. Every year I put some money into that. I'm not getting back what supposed to be. It's not, because agriculture is
not a remunerative thing.
Not at all. The efforts what we put, the amount what invested there. So when you look back, no, nothing. When you look at the monetary, the benefits, nothing. But the pleasure, the happiness, the peace, when I go to farm, lot of pleasure will be there. When I go around with the cows and touching them, they come and they lick me and all those things. Where you get all those things?
That's true.
So that's a very, 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 that only can experience. It's not can be by, if you tell something, Arey, what is this fellow talking, and maybe people thinking. But when you experience that,
That's
my
true.
grandson, he loves to go to
The farm.
regularly. I celebrated my Shashti Purti in Goshala.
Oh, wonderful.
Tomorrow, my grandson is going to celebrate his 3rd birthday with cows.
That's wonderful.
So that is the pleasure what
It's not a 5-star hotel, but you're having.
But the amount of the cows what we have also very serene place. The ghee what we produce completely organic. The what cow eats also organic, and free grazing. Lot of things. There are 20, 30 things. There we are claiming it's a happy cows. Why it is happy cow? How they eat, what they eat, everything is, we don't milk everything. Only 50% of the milk we milking. Then we produce with all completely natural, this thing, what you call olden days, that, curd, churning of the curd, butter, then this thing. So between 30 and 32 liters of milk, we get only 1 kg of ghee.
That's true. That is a technical thing.
So that's how people who eat ghee, again they comes back, they talk very good about it. Someone from Bengaluru told, this ghee I ate only with my grandmother's hand, I ate that ghee. Oh, I'm so thankful.
Somebody's selling at 500 rupees. There's something wrong with it today.
They can't sell it. 30 liters of milk and getting this thing.
We saw that with TTD case. Anyway, we'll leave that at that.
Just it's impossible.
But another thing wonderfully that you do is the foundation work, which your family is also involved. Can you just take us through that? What does the foundation do?
Yeah, foundation, ARK Foundation, we started around 17, 18 years ago. I used to support then and there few students. But later what we realized is that government school students, I mean, you know how, who are studying government school
That's true.
today means government is studying in government means, I mean, he has nothing, I mean, parents are not affordable to spend little money also for his education. So I am focusing on those schools. There, earlier what we used to do, who were getting a 9 plus GPA, we used to pick up them and support them for intermediate. Then somebody triple IT, somebody studied, then engineering, like that. We are going supporting them. Half late, it has become, it has spread so this thing. There are, I mean, so many people are attending, but in that also we realized who got a GPA of 9 or 10, their performance is not good in post intermediate. Now we started screening them.
Okay.
So every year in the month of June, we conduct some test
Test and exam.
screen them, and we support them. So for their higher education, somebody who got again government college, they doesn't need big money. They may 5,000, 10,000. Somebody needs little more money. But we don't like suppose they want to study in Sri Chaitanya or Narayana, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. That we don't support.
No, that's
We are spending only number of people. So that is that we started. Then many engineers, I mean, someone, an orphan, I mean, who is not having his mother and father left them long time back. He is just, I can say, it's an opportunity what we got. We made him to study in CBIT.
wow.
You can see what is this thing. Every year I used to pay that. Now he worked for controllers. Now he got some other good job. He is settled, well settled. Recently, last year, he got his sister also got married. Like that, his family settled. So another boy, again he studies, and just a couple of examples I'm giving. There are many.
Yeah, I saw your
So,
website has
many are there. And now he's group 4 already got a job. Definitely he's going to get in a group 1 also. So apart from this, I had a wish, target, or whatever goal, what you're talking about it. By 2030, 100 civil servant, UPSC aspirant I want to support.
Okay.
That's my goal. So I think wish is getting closer to that. It's not, long way to go.
That's
but
wonderful.
still, I think around 18 people I supported in UPSC aspirants. So someone, I think probably this year you'll see the good results, some of the good results.
Wonderful. So yeah, that's amazing kind of work that is being done even there, because it's not just building buildings, but building also careers, building lives actually, which you're seeing there.
Yeah, in sports also we are helping through foundation. I think you must have seen the cricketer Trisha.
Okay.
So just 4 days ago, India won the Asia Cup.
Correct.
Under 19 World
19,
Cup,
yes.
Under 19 Asia Cup. She was the player of the series.
And she's from your...
Yeah, foundation. I've been supporting for past 6 years. She was a kid, baby.
I think we should talk to her also. Actually.
Yeah,
It's
I think
wonderful.
she's doing extremely well. And she got under 19 World Cup also last year. She played. Again, she's playing this year also. She got selected.
So, yeah, I think that's a great...
Yeah, in badminton also, too. Vanilla and Lokesh, they've been trained by Gopi Chand. Under 19, they are already doing top.
And you build the Gopi Chand Academy.
Yeah, we have built the I'm fortunate to build that also. That facility is built by us. So they are being trained well and they are doing extremely well. They travel across the country and even they went outside of country also. So I'm expecting a medal from them by 2028 Olympics.
That gives a different sense of satisfaction, isn't it?
Yeah. We support one mountaineer also. Anvita, she has done a lot of things.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Amredi, at the end of the day, the next generation takes over from you. It's natural process. But sometimes children decide, no, I don't want to get into dad's business, or I will do something on my own. But in your case, your daughter has been associated with the company. Yes. She must be bringing in a lot of new ideas, a lot of things, like this podcast studio where we're sitting right now, I believe is her idea.
Yes.
So can you talk us through that, how the new generation is making a difference to your business?
Absolutely, because new generation thought process is different. As you rightly said, their focus will be more on the branding. I mean, doing the things differently. Yes, I mean, I am also encouraging myself to do the going beyond. I mean, I don't want to be at the old school.
The world has changed.
That has been changed. So I am also passionate to do things better and better and better and better. So I am very fortunate that my daughter is also very passionate about the business. It's not that uh, I asked her, she didn't join. She joined with a passion. She did her architecture, then masters in US and came back and doing extremely well. I mean, everything is done with a passion. It's not that for money or something else. She's treated as just another employee in the company.
That's important also.
Yeah, because she draws her salary exactly what she is to pay in. She spends. I mean, she never ever use as a. I mean, it's not a father and daughter here.
She doesn't use the MD's name.
MD's name anywhere. Definitely not. She wanted to grow on her own. Of course, there's a time she's getting into the loop, and she's already. I mean, it's been almost 5-6 years. She's already in the good groove. She manages well with the team. So, I mean, their detailing, she goes into that. Employees' happiness, employees' satisfaction, those things, she takes care of it.
The finer points.
Because people, certain things doesn't come to me. Because they are, I mean, employees are a little scared to talk to me, everything. But people go to her, I mean, employees go to her, and she's taking care of it. She's managing excellently, I can say.
Wonderful.
Unfortunately, my son-in-law also joined the company. So,
Yes.
he's taking care of very well.
That's excellent. No, the point is, at the end of the day, when you look back at your 40 years of professional career, there must be a time when you say, okay, fine, this is enough. Now I want to go back to my farm and relax there and let somebody else run the business. But I guess still there's time for it to do. But when it comes to that stage, what do you want to be remembered as? Because a lot of people have this thing, when we saw Ratan Tata go at, that was of course a different level altogether. But I'm just saying, many people have this aspiration, Mr. Ram Reddy was this kind of person, or Mr. Ram Reddy was that kind of person. What do you want to be remembered as?
No, already, I mean, when I started my career in 1989, whatever the values we have, the same thing is today. So, always I quote one thing, I'm not doing the business to earn the money. I am earning money out of the business.
That's a difference.
So, my motto is not to earn the money. My motto is to do a right business. Some properties we are getting very good profit, some we doesn't get. Every project we don't get money. Doesn't matter. So always my goal that is being inculcated in my company now. My staff, it's going to be employee driven company like. It's not that only, my daughter joined, then my wish, in recent one of the CREDI events, one of the motivational speaker was asking our developers, can someone say that how many years the company is going to live?
Good question.
Yeah. So, when I was the only person who stood up and told, my company is going to live for 2000 years.
And you had that confidence.
That I'm so confident because, yes, Meghna joined. Later, her kids may not be interested to do, but still my company.
You will get professional managers to run it.
Yes, it's in the process and it will be continued. It will be continued. So
That's
values are very, very important for me. As you said, when I want to, yes, there's a retirement for anyone, but to me, I never ever use a retirement word because my last breath will be my retirement.
That's wonderful.
Till then, I will be doing.
Continue to work.
It's not the business or something like that, but I have a other vision, spending time in different this thing. So I am very clear about what I am going to be.
Same here. I'm 62 plus, but I still haven't thought of hanging up my boots. Still continuing.
Yeah.
In fact, Mr. Ram Reddy, wonderful that you took out time to speak to us and talk about so many things. It's not just real estate or construction, but you went beyond it. You spoke about your foundation, you spoke about agriculture, you spoke about values in life. It was a long conversation. Thanks a lot for sparing the time and speaking to us at HYBIZ. And as usual, look forward to meeting you again another day and speaking on a variety of subjects. Maybe with your athletes and others, we should have a conversation with them also. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
sir.
Suresh Garu, I think I should compliment you. I mean, this is the second interview you
Yes,
are
sir.
doing with me. I think sometime 4 or 5 years back,
Back
you
then,
did
yes.
this thing. But the way in which you conduct also, I really appreciate. So,
Thank you, sir.
I mean, everything what you wanted, you get through with good experience. I mean, I should compliment you also.
Thank you,
It's a
sir.
wonderfully conducted conversation. This thing, I'm very happy about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was G. Ram Reddy, Chairman and Managing Director of ARK Group, who spoke about his life, his times, and of course, his values, and he's the road ahead that he wants to look at. A conversation that many of you will find interesting and, of course, entertaining. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.